Hello and welcome back to another milestone episode of the Weekly Waypoint, the show where I talk about my week and the things that interest me. This week it's episode 250, that's right, we've been doing this for 250 weeks in a row, and I figured what better way to celebrate than to put a pause on the Worms Marathon and go check in with Mario Kart Wii, because that's what I've been emulating this week. I mean, I do just want to get right out ahead of it. Yes, I own a Wii, yes, I own this game. Yes, I'm allowed to emulate this game, and I really enjoy emulation for reasons I've already mentioned. It's just convenient and stuff. However, it is slightly imperfect when it comes to the Wii, because if you remember, the controls of Mario Kart Wii were a little bit all over the place. For instance, if you want to do one of those boost jumps when you jump off a ramp, which you're going to want to do if you're going to want to actually play this game properly, then what you're going to need to do is find a way to bind motion shaking, because that's how you manage to do those spins and stuff. So I've got it bound to left analog stick, because I can't remember if that's how it works in Mario Kart 8 Ultimate or not, but it's the most convenient one because I'm already holding up, so no matter what I'm gonna do a boost. However, as you will see during the Mushroom Gorge portion of this video, I'm starting to wonder if that might be a bad idea, because it also leads to some unintended air control, which I think has been screwing me on some of these jumps, so I might try and change that up in the future. I also had the home menu button bound to clicking in the left stick, which, as you're about to see, was also a bad idea. One other thing I want to quickly get out of the way before we keep talking about Mario Kart Wii: I'm ill again. Remember when I was ill like a couple of weeks ago and then I kind of got over it? Well, haha, fuck me, I guess. I'm ill again. In between clips I just coughed so hard my eye started hurting, so that's where we're at today in terms of health. Hooray. Anyway, whinging aside, back to Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart Wii is the second Mario Kart I ever played. You may remember there was a Weekly Waypoint, or a few of them, where I was playing Mario Kart DS and I was talking about my time with that game. Well, Mario Kart Wii was my second ever one I played, so I also have a lot of nostalgia for this game. I remember playing it like late at night online. Sadly, obviously, I mean, I'm sure there's like dedicated online servers run by fans that I might be able to patch myself into, but as far as just like Nintendo WFC goes, yeah, there's no official online anymore, which is a shame. Those days are long gone, but I'm fine playing against just AI. I mean, that's fine. That's how most Mario Kart games were played in the past. That's how I'm happy to play this one now. I figured that instead of doing the thing I did with Mario Kart DS, where I just showed off my favourite tracks, I thought, well, everyone's favourite tracks are different, right? So I'll just go through it cup by cup. But the annoying thing about that is that I consider a 4-race cup to be like too short for the Weekly Waypoint, because as you can see, this is a 4-race cup video and it's only a 10-minute video. I'm allowing myself that, even though it's the 250th episode, because I'm ill and I don't think I've got 18 minutes or 19 or 20 minutes of talking in me. There was originally a longer cut of this video, but I was like, you know what, I can't. It's just gonna be a shit video if I make myself. But yeah, this isn't gonna be the only Weekly Waypoint which features Mario Kart. I mean, next week we're back to Worms, but maybe intermittently for a while we'll do Mario Kart and then Worms and then Mario Kart and so on and so forth. But I'll probably just do like versus cups and do like 6 races per video or something. I don't know how that'll work out in the long run, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, the AI in this version of the game is absolutely brutal. And I think I read it up online, it's because there's 12 AI players to race against instead of 8, so you have more people with the potential for like blue shells and stuff. So if you're just trying to stay in first place, it can be more frustrating. But yeah, I remember even as a kid I was unable to beat this game, as in like actually win 150cc cups, so it's going to be interesting trying to unlock them for the sake of this video. And its predecessors are easier and its successors are easier, so yeah, not sure what's going on with this one, but if you're trying to properly beat it, get ready for some frustration. Anyway, besides Mario Kart Wii, what video games have I been playing this week? Well, I mentioned emulation. So I have also used this Wii emulation to play Animal Crossing City Folk, which you need a different set of control schemes for, but is doable. I've had a lot of nostalgia for that Animal Crossing for a long time, but I don't think it's something I'm going to be playing absolutely every day. But, you know, it's nice to have it on my PC, so it's there if I want to boot it up and just spend some time in a happy-go-lucky village full of cute little animal friends. I've also been emulating the PSP, and while I haven't really got stuck into any of these games, I have enjoyed kind of booting up Test Drive Unlimited, which I recently found out, by the way, I knew the PSP was like a handheld version of a PS2 game, but I didn't realise the PS2 game was like a previous generation of the Xbox 360 game. So it's weird to think that my favourite version of that game is a portable version of a previous generation version of a game. I also checked out various Need for Speed and Burnout titles. It's funny to play games like Burnout Legends, which are basically just ports of like Burnout 3, but they don't want to call it Burnout 3 PSP or whatever. It's funny because since I'm running it on a bigger screen, I'm upscaling it, so I'm just playing like a low budget version of the original PS2 game because it all looks nice and crisp, except there's like mountains made of like 3 polygons, you know? But I find that oddly charming. Like it's I know it's not supposed to be like an aesthetic, but it's an aesthetic I actually appreciate. Like papercraft version of Need for Speed kind of thing, you know? I've also been continuing Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know if I ever mentioned it here on the Weekly Waypoint, but so you know this guild I'm part of, which is a guild based around a couple of streamers. What I did is I made a Lalafell version of one of their characters, and I've been waiting for weeks to be able to surprise them with it, and I've still not managed to show up on stream because I'm a low level character and they're like hanging out in high level areas, but I did eventually, because the streamer's character's name is called Tuna No Crust, so I made Shrimp No Crust and sent a friend request to them, and it got brought up on stream, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Do you have a son?
A son?
Yes, I've been friend requested by Shrimp No Crust. So your family lineage grows.
No, I did not.
Right. Oh, there you go.
I'm like, that's accusatory. My God.
But I've been leveling that guy. He's like my go-to character for like, I just want to blast through MSQ, but I don't want to read any of it. You know, like, obviously I love the story, but this is going to be a character where I could just like stick a podcast in my ear and not worry about any of the story that I already know about and just go. But I've also I've only done one stream so far. I really wanted to do another stream yesterday, but unfortunately my fucking cold stopped me. But I've started streaming a Bun Boy Tank, a character named Tamron Aegis, and if you want to see what that was like, go to Kritigri Live. Just be warned, it's a second playthrough, and I'm kind of keeping the 6.3 spoiler banner up. Or spoiler title up, because I want to be able to retrospectively talk about the series. I do still plan to do a stream through with Reese at some point on another character, which won't be me talking about like, wow, I can't believe they mentioned this character this early. It will just be like enjoying the story for the sake of a story and not talking about anything or even hinting at anything that happens in the future. So I will also have a stream through playthrough one day where it is friendly for new players, but I also don't see why a new player would be interested in watching someone stream through the story when they could be playing it themselves. I'm just scrolling through my Twitter feed to see what else I played this week, because I can't really remember. I feel like I'm not providing a very good 250th special episode, I'm afraid. I'm ill, I haven't got much to talk about, the video's shorter than normal. If you want a refund, I'd be happy to provide it, but unfortunately you don't pay anything for this series, so... And anything else I want to talk about, like going over to Reese's place and watching Lord of the Rings for his birthday, or you know, the other thing. What was the other thing? Oh my god, brain, please. The Last of Us, watching The Last of Us. I have videos about both of those things. You can go and watch me already talk or experience those things. So, yeah, I'm cannibalizing my own Weekly Waypoint content by never shutting up about things and being creative. I've also been updating my blog recently at christianrichmond.wordpress.com if that's your speed. If reading about the meaning of life is something you want to do today, I have a blog post for you. Also, I've owned a winking Bulbasaur plushie for about a year now. I finally got him a friend. I bought Turtwig at work yesterday because, god heckin' damn it, he was sat there on a shelf looking at me and I was like, Bulbasaur needs a friend, so Bulbasaur's called Cabbage. Yeah, I almost fucking quit out of a game there. Bulbasaur's called Cabbage, and this Turtwig's called Twiglet, which wouldn't make sense if he was going to evolve, but he's not going to evolve, because he's just a little Turtwig boy. He's just hanging out on my bed next to Bulbasaur, and they're just friends, Cabbage and Turtwig hanging out, and it makes me happy, even though it's for like 5-year-olds, I don't care. I do also have a Yoshi plush, I'm not sure where that is. He could hang out with him as well. Oh my god, and I have a Tyrant plush. I fucking forgot about that. Sorry, I just looked behind me to the top of my wardrobe. I completely forgot I owned a Tyrant plushie. That's pretty cool. We don't really call them plushies here in Britain, but it's better than cuddly toy. It's less emasculating that way, so I'm calling them plushies. Anyway, look, I did it. Here's a little victory lap. It's symbolic of the 250 weekly waypoints I've put out. Oh boy, I'm just never gonna stop. Here's to another 250 episodes. Hopefully I won't be fucking ill for episode 500, right? Cue another coughing fit. Ow, my eyeball. Thank you so much for watching, legitimately. I can't really muster the enthusiasm, but it's real. And I will see you in the next video.